What's up, everybody? Man, I am exhausted. I'm gonna hang out for a minute, see if anybody pops in. What's up, number one? I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to show up, because I'm about to teach y'all how the market gonna flow when it comes to the money. What's up, number one? Ian Conclaves. What's up, yo? So I'm about to go over, I guess, currency exchange. And I don't know if you know anything about that. Like, some people are saying that they making money off of it. So it's like a stock app, but it's for currency market. And I'm trying to see if I could get a couple more people in here so I could, like, I guess, teach them. Everybody's at work. Yeah. I don't know. I've been on here for 5 minutes, so if you hanging out and you want to learn about it, I guess we could go over it. So, yeah, you want to learn about it? Where you from again? Yo, what's up, Vietnam country human? All right, we got two people in here. What? Might as well go on with it. So, in this one, we talking about the money machine. It's called currency exchange, right? And I'm about to introduce y'all to part of the manipulation that's going on. So, my goal, right, is to make all of the currency values the same value. So, in China, it's going to be $1 for 1 yen. Same thing with Venezuela. So right now, on the currency charts, I have a demo account, and it's a. They give you 100. They start you off with 100,000 fake dollars, right? So this fake dollars, it's it's like demo money. So you get to play around with the app. So I opened a position to sell, right, at 0.1418, and then the market shot up at 0.1588. So that was based off of Trump's tariff manipulation. So Trump, he wanted that direction. He wanted, if you're playing with the euro, the USD euro, he wants that direction. So the words that he's using is crashing the dollar. So when you're crashing the dollar, the money's leaving out. That's called capital outflow, right? So that's about 167 pips, or 169 pips, I think, that went, like, in the betting market, it went out. So Trump is cashing in off of that insider trading that he's doing. But it's not insider trading because he's publicly announcing it. So it's market manipulation. So he's intentionally crashing the system. Soviet Union, what up? So Trump is intentionally crashing the system, right? And yeah, so he's making money off of that one if he's betting on the Euro USD. What's weird is he's like file, right? And he's like pretending to be a good guy when he's not. And I already know his next, like, I guess it's plan of action. You gotta you gotta go watch the movie Taken with Neom, right? His name is Neom something. He's a white guy, right? His daughter got kidnapped. So what Trump is doing is he's watching that movie called Taken, and he's using the hero's version or the words to basically give it to himself, and he's going to start using those scripts. That's why Putin is much better. I don't know. Putin is an idiot. So, yeah. So Trump, he's 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 using this pedophile thing to basically, oh shit, hang on, manipulate the market, right? Because his dream is to have an escape, like the great escape, right? So he fucked up, and now it's like, oh, that's why. There was a news reporter that was on a plane. No, why he's freeing the bomb is, man, that dude's a clown. So, uh, he like sabotaged our operation as heroes because we the Democrats, and he's a fucking child fucking doofus, right? And it's like he fucked us over for our 4 years with Biden because we're trying to like basically stabilize all the systems. He fucked over the IMF. The IMF's supposed to help all these countries during COVID. So his main agenda or motive was to basically get away with having sex with kids. So it's that simple. Um, but yeah, back to this. I guess I can't even find the words. This guy is so weird. So he's using the markets. He's trying to play hero with his Epstein. Oh, there you go. The Epstein situation. He wants to use the Liam story of the movie Taken, and he's going to use that as his hero storyline. Even though he fucked the kids with Epstein, right? He's going to use that storyline as him being the hero over Epstein. There you go. That's what I got from that recent interview he did with a reporter, and he was saying that um, Epstein took his his workers, yo. So the sick fuck is trying to basically create this weird ass story of him being the hero, even though he fucked the little kids, and now the girl died. So it's pretty fucked up for her legacy as a victim, but she's gonna reincarnate and snitch on Trump. Like, yeah, because there's people that reincarnated and snitched on the murderer, and those stories are in existence. So they took the police right to where they got murdered as a toddler, and the person got caught. So Trump thinks he's gonna be getting away with like whatever he's trying to get away with, but he's not. So yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. So this hero's journey. So a pedophile is daydreaming about being a savior, but he wants to take over the government agencies in order to manipulate the money markets. But his power is going to run thin because when all of the countries figured out the secret that I put up and I told people around like the community on how to fix all the money systems and make it the same value permanently, Trump, he's not going to be able to manipulate the markets while being president and while not being president. So he can't manipulate the currency market. So I took that power away from him because he's a little powerless bitch. And what happens is he's not going to be able to fund his private jet. He's not going to be able to pay for his nursing home and his mansion because he wants the mansion and then his nursing home because he's getting to be an old fuck that fucks little kids. So he can't pay for that shit. And EJ Wiley did that to him, yo. And bro, that Bradley was lucky with the T-90, and it barely missed the anti-air tank by 3 feet. The war, yeah, it's been bad for all of us as Russia's. But let's not. Let's be honest. Ukraine is only there because of NATO. Are you Russian? Oh, this is good. So this is I was watching the whole thing over the years, over the past 8 years, right? And Putin, when I voted Democrat, right? Because I knew Trump was full of shit, right? And he was destroying the financial system, which is the US dollar, and that's the global currency. Putin was attacking me as a Democrat. So now it's like, why the fuck you still live in St. Petersburg? That's where the Kremlin is or something? The presidential place for Russia, for Putin or something? So yeah, Putin, uh, he was attacking me while I'm in America. Oh, that's Moscow. My bad. Damn, dog. I need to work on my international politics. So, yeah, Putin was attacking the Democrats in America with his bullshit, right? And Ukraine borrowed money from the IMF to basically build up his stuff. So Putin is fucking over my money system. And that means when he fucks up my money system, I can't go to the fucking strip club and throw some dollars at the strippers, you know, when I get off of work. So that pissed me off. And I'm like, yo, Putin, you got to cut that bullshit out. So while Putin was fucking up my economy, right, I was like, damn, I got to like help out the Russians and the Ukrainians because Putin's a dumbass and I want to end the war. So I put out there that uh, I'm going to set up a Russian winter wonderland, right? Because y'all got a lot of ice over there, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to do a trade deal with the Africans, and they're going to use Russia as a vacation spot because we're going to fix all the money systems, right? So that expanded the GDP while Putin was destroying his economy. So if the GDP grew under Putin, that's because of me. So that's a massive expansion. So everybody keeps saying, "Oh, the economy is like somehow bulletproof," and yes, it's to a certain degree bulletproof. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Putin. But he does have a legitimate claim on like attacking the world reserve currency because the Americans they're not helping countries, right? How countries are supposed to be helped. Your GDP is 17 trillion after the war. Your GDP is 17 trillion after the war. I don't understand that. It's probably like, is that the system y'all use? Y'all use the dollar system to measure GDP? Because GDP is like a percentage of like the goods and services globally, and that's on a expansion. So it's a bull market globally. It's not a bear market. Yes, that's true. Perfectly Imperfect Gamer PIG says, to understand economic, GDP is one of the more important things to know. So does that make sense to you? GDP is in 17 trillion after the war. All right, so my brain comprehends that y'all got oil, right? Based on what you just said. Soviet Union says uh, Russia has more oil than USA. It's like by 6. And natural gas is 2. So that's just one sector, right, of the economy. Oil and natural gas, right? So it's energy, right? So when you look at America and the S&P 500, they got Hollywood, they got a shitload of inventions. They got Thomas Edison and the light bulb. They got the Ford. So they also have oil and gas. So Russia will never be able to declare supremacy on America based on economic development. So I believe America found peace before, I guess, the Russians found peace, right? Because when they went to war, they had to like build stuff, but their economy was damaged. But Americans, somehow their economy was like really strong and stable, and they like, what is that? They sustained itself. They have like more assets under their GDP than Russia. And they just partner with China and they manufactured a lot of this stuff. So that's a shared responsibility with China, or shared investment, my bad. So yeah, something like that. Perfectly imperfect gamer PIG says yes and no as resources push up their economics. Yeah. So yeah, same thing. Yeah, so I guess the chat died down. Let me go back to Trump. Trying to figure out Trump. Let me talk to myself for a minute. So Donald J. Trump, right? His weird ass movie. So he's framing Democrats for something he did while stealing money from the markets, the financial markets. But the Democrats are not manipulating the markets and trying to hijack like the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They're not trying to hijack the IRS. They're not trying to hijack the central bank. The central bank and the interest rates are one of the most volatile money-making economic indicators, and also the labor statistics. So that's that's two of the most powerful things that Trump is after as a pedophile. Let me see. Perfectly Imperfect Gamer PIG says the huge difference between Russia and USA is that they would defend their motherland by any and all means. USA is too busy divided and protesting while the rest of the Eastern world is getting stronger. I won't say it's like a tit for tat right now globally, because the IMF, they said that we have a global expansion. So the work that I've been doing, I've been manipulating the investor sentiment by just giving away business ideas, right? So that's like global expansion. You got to put that into English. I mean, I'm gonna be back on the live later.